Ava would never forget that day. Not for the rest of her life. It started like any other morning. She was getting ready to leave for work. The sun was barely up, the streets were quiet, and the world felt calm. Living alone had never bothered her. Until now. As she walked just a few blocks from her house, a sudden thought stopped her cold. She had forgotten her lunchbox. Sighing, she turned back. It wasn't far, just a quick walk. But when she reached her front gate and tried to unlock it, it wouldn't open. That was strange. She tried again. And again. Still locked. She frowned. The key wasn't broken. This gate had never jammed before. She was just about to give up and head to work without her lunch when, click, the gate opened on its own. A chill ran down her spine. Was someone inside? She hesitated. Looked around. No one. Maybe it was just stuck and finally gave way. Still shaken, she stepped in, grabbed her lunchbox quickly, and rushed back out, locking the gate firmly behind her. She couldn't shake the uneasy feeling all day. That night, as Ava returned home, her heart dropped. The gate was wide open. She knew she had locked it that morning. Without a doubt, she stood frozen, staring into the darkness beyond the gate. Everything inside her screamed not to go in, but she had no choice. It was her home. She stepped inside, locking the gate again. Dinner was quiet, too quiet. To distract herself, she turned on the TV, but what flashed on the screen wasn't her usual news channel. It was something dark, something horrific. Distorted faces, unrecognizable sounds, images she couldn't explain. She shut it off, heart racing. That night, Ava couldn't sleep. Every creak in the floorboards, every flicker of the lights made her jump. At 3 a.m., the lights began turning on and off on their own. Strange noises echoed from the walls, soft, crawling whispers she couldn't understand. She wrapped herself in her blanket, praying for the morning. When the sun finally rose, she didn't go to work. She went to her best friend, Amelia's house instead. Tears filled her eyes as she told her everything. What was happening in her house wasn't normal. Ava tried her best to carry on. The eerie events from the previous night echoed in her mind, but she convinced herself it was just her imagination, maybe stress, or some electrical fault in the old house. She'd lived there for years without any problems, until now. But that night, things got even worse. Ava had barely turned off her bedroom lights when they flickered back on. Then off again. Then on. Suddenly, the hallway lights burst to life on their own. A deep, low hum started vibrating through the walls. Not loud, but heavy. Alive. She sat up, heart racing. And then came the whispers. Faint, like a voice crawling across the walls, whispering her name. Ava. Ava. She grabbed her phone to record the sounds, but as soon as she hit record, the noises stopped. The lights went dark again. Her screen glitched. Panic set in. She didn't sleep the whole night. By morning, Ava had enough. She didn't go to work. Instead, she rushed to her best friend Amelia's flat across town. Amelia had always been her anchor, smart, logical, and calm under pressure. Over coffee, Ava poured everything out. The gate locking on its own, the TV flashing horrific images, the voices, the lights, every unsettling detail. Amelia listened closely, then leaned in. Ava, this might not be paranormal. It could be someone messing with you. Ava blinked. But who would do that? Why? Amelia thought for a moment. Well, who benefits if you become scared enough to leave that house? A silence fell between them. Then Ava whispered, James. Ava's ex-boyfriend, James, had always been controlling. Ever since their breakup, he'd sent her strange messages, cryptic, guilt-tripping texts like, "You'll regret walking away. This house was mine too." She had blocked him months ago, or so she thought. After the conversation with Amelia, Ava rushed home. She inspected everything, doors, windows, even her basement. And that's when she saw it. A hidden camera, tucked behind a bookshelf. Her blood ran cold. She called the police. When the authorities arrived, they found not one, but 4 hidden surveillance devices across the house. One inside a smoke detector, one behind the television, and one in her bedroom lamp. But the most terrifying discovery? A motion-activated speaker wired to play whispers. A custom video file set to flash on the TV screen when she entered the room. A script of her name looped again and again. All of it traced back to James. He had broken into the house weeks ago. He'd planted everything. All to break her down, gaslight her, and make her leave. As the police took him into custody, Ava stood quietly by the window. The horror hadn't been supernatural. It had been real, calculated, human. But just as she turned away, the TV flickered again. Her bedroom door creaked open, and in the hallway mirror, a shadow that didn't belong to her,